Author's Note and Dedication of Dot and Tot of Merryland. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Zara Dakwa. Dot and Tot of Merryland by L. Frank Baum. Author's Note and Dedication. Author's Note. The success achieved last year by The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, a book that not only ran through many large editions, but brought the author hundreds of letters from interested little folks, has induced me to follow that tale with another, herein presented. Should Dot and Tot of Merryland win the approval of my young friends, I shall be pleased and contented. In any event, Mr. Denslow's quaint and merry pictures, which, in this book, excel all his previous work, will be sure to induce happiness in the heart of every beholder. L. Frank Baum. Chicago, July 1st, 1901. Dedication. To every laughter-loving tot, whether your name be Dot or not, and may you find a merry land forever lying close at hand. End of Author's Note and Dedication. Chapter 1 of Dot and Tot of Merryland. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Zara Dakwa. Dot and Tot of Merryland by L. Frank Baum. 1. Chapter 1. Roselawn. You should have seen Dot as she nestled among the cushions of the carriage on her way to the railway station with her father and governess, Miss Bombian. Her dainty white gown was covered with tucks and puffings and embroideries, as became the dress of the daughter of the wealthy banker who sat smilingly beside her. Her soft, braided white hat had a wide brim that drooped languidly over the pale little face beneath, and broad white ribbons drew down the brim until all the yellow curls were hidden away. Indeed, the only bits of color about Dot that showed were her deep blue eyes and rosy lips. Even these last were not so rosy as they should have been, for Dot was not in her usual good health, having been confined to the big city house during a long winter and a chill, uncomfortable spring. But, now that the flowers were blooming and the birds singing in the new-leaved trees, she was going, in charge of her governess, to pass the summer at Roselawn, a beautiful country home her father had recently purchased. "You must try not to be lonely, dear," said her father, as he held her little hand in his big strong one. "I have told Miss Bombian to let you run and romp to your heart's content, so the roses may more quickly return to your pale cheeks." Dot's eyes brightened. To run and romp as she pleased would indeed be a new experience to her, and she was happy even to think of such delight. "You will have no one but Miss Bombian for company," continued her father, "but there are plenty of servants, and I am told the grounds are in beautiful condition. In a few days, at most, sweetheart, I shall run down to see you, and then you can tell me how you like your new home. In the meanwhile, Miss Bombian will simply look after your comfort. There will be no lessons to bother you. All you must do is eat and sleep and play, and to grow strong and rosy-cheeked again." Dot listened to all this with much pleasure, and decided she was about to have a fine holiday. Her real name, by the way, was Evangeline Josephine Freeland, but Mamma and Papa had always called her Dot from the day she was born, so sometimes she almost forgot she had such a beautiful name as Evangeline Josephine. Dot's mamma was an invalid, and had been taken by her father, Dot's grandfather, you know, for a trip to Europe in search of better health, and so she had been forced to leave her little daughter to the watchful care of Miss Bombian. Mr. Freeland, although he loved Dot dearly, was a very busy man and could devote but little time to his child. "So, sweetheart," he told her, "you will be Queen of Roselawn this summer, and I will come down once in a while to bow before your Majesty's throne." What he really feared was that Dot might grow up weak and delicate as her mother was, but he did not tell the child this. He resolved, however, that if fresh air and healthy surroundings could give his little girl strength and health, they should be at her command.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?